Hello there. You're just in time for nothing else but the biggest show on matters politics and governance, that is Siasa Brigade. Truly delighted that you've joined us on board on yet another insightful edition. My name is Richard Mwanja. Always a pleasure to have you on board. Now in today's conversation we are looking at whether Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei, political star, is really shining at a very fast pace, or it's more of him looking into a not so rosy political future. Unlike what many think, that is going to be a conversation today with none other than Herman Manyora, Kenya's most sought after political analyst. Herman, how are you, sir?
Good.
You're well?
Oh, wonderful. Well, and I thank God for it.
Today you're talking about your friend whom you've been at loggerheads with for quite a number of days.
I've never been at loggerhead with he's my son, he's my neighbor, he's my friend. So,
Samson Cherargei?
Yeah.
You always dismissing him every other day.
No, he's a friend, he's my son, and he's my neighbor. Samson Cherargei, Senator of Nandi.
You are literature.
We meet in the villages, sometimes even he crosses. He thinks he's still in Rift Valley, he's in Western.
He's in Western.
Yeah.
People are asking, you're a literature teacher, but you should have done better by really teaching him on a bit of diction, political diction and all that stuff. Why did you fail?
They don't come to us. By the way, on a very serious note, in other places, people like us are well sought after. For example, I can take somebody through public speaking. So that, and when you watch yourself on a video or on TV, you can see there's a difference.
Political communication?
Yes, I can teach you political communication, public speaking.
Better than Hussein Mohammed and all?
But these are people I taught also.
Come on. You mean you know every other big boy in town?
These are my students.
Who are you though?
Yeah, I know these people. And they know I can. So I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about politicians. In fact, many politicians pay heavily to get classes on political communication, public speaking.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Let's start the conversation, sir. And very recently, we've seen many criticizing his outburst demeanor, that is the demeanor of Samson Cherargei, and many consider him as an attack dog for the government, even on issues that really people from Kenya Kwanza don't resonate with. He's there championing for them and advocating for them. And many look at this as a political strategy that may serve in his favor, but you've analyzed politics for quite a while. Do you think that being an attack dog, a loyal lieutenant for the government and its policies, is going to repay in huge and lump sum amounts for Cherargei?
You know, what you're asking me is whether a latter-day Kariuki Chotara, Nasil, Kiki Amayo, Leitich,
you've reduced Cherargei to that.
Whether in the 21st century you can be a Mulu Mutisia. And surely the answer you already know. You know, you've said that he says things which even his own team friends upon. I would advise a young man like Samson Cherargei to watch his tongue. It's not serving him well.
It's not serving him well.
No. He's coming out bad, even to his own people.
But
you say things until people, they want to look the other side. And they are your own people. I have told politicians, sometimes you can say things if you are not in the house. When you come on TV, your family switches off. Change channels. They don't want the embarrassment.
Your own family.
Your own wife, your own husband, your own children. They change channel. The moment you appear, but they can't tell you because they think the good things you bring in the house. But they switch channel, change channels.
But they change channel.
That's where Samson Cherargei is.
But then again...
And it doesn't serve him. You know, it doesn't do any good. But to say things that don't make sense, which even William Ruto does not need you to say.
He doesn't need you to do it on his behalf.
Yes.
But then again, it keeps his political vibrance going on by the day. He continues to be active, and that literally saves him the resources he needs to go there and remind people that he still exists and all that stuff. Don't you think that's sort of a political capital for him, remaining vibrant no matter what you say and the impact they are in?
You see, there are two things Samson Cherargei will do. 2 or 3, but let's just talk about maybe 1 or 2. First is to do his job as a senator within Senate well.
Legislation.
He's young, he's gone to school. do research, read well, look at how the American Senate works, look at other political jurisdictions where there are senates, how they work, look at the Constitution, and make serious contributions that will live and be recorded in the history of this country. Number two, Samson Cherargei is well advised to do for the people of Nandi County that which will please them, that which is good for them, so that in another election of 2032 or 2037, they can make him governor. Not to be an attack good dog. In fact, when he wants to be governor sometimes back, people will be looking for somebody who is serious. They will associate him with childishness. So they may not give him governor. So afanye watu wanandi good job. And they should be a good senator.
So it's more of him defining his space. Leave David Ndii to do his work, defending government policy.
Yes,
and all
because
that.
if you can only be a political firebrand if you are in the opposition. Something you cannot do when you are in government. So look at Sifuna. He's a political firebrand because he's in the opposition. If Raila was in power and he tried to do that, he'll come out very badly. So Cherargei, I'm just advising him. He has never even bought me a cup of tea.
He has never done that.
But I'm advising him, hope now he'll buy me. What you are doing, you cannot do when you are within government. It served him very well when Ruto was under attack. Ruto was like in the opposition. They were playing victim. He has to change. You can't play the same game.
Paradigm shift.
No, you have to change the game. Now you are in government, you talk less. You work more for the people of Nandi
And Kenya at large.
and do more in Senate. Become a visible figure within the Rift Valley politics. You know, play Rift Valley politics. Be a visible person, face within the entire Rift Valley. Play that politics. Endear yourself to permanent principal secretaries and cabinet secretaries. Make friendship with people like Kipto at the treasury. Kimutai or whatever at Mutai or Kimutai at medical services.
Chelugui and all.
Samson Chelugui, whatever he is. You know, talk to this PS in medical services.
Murkomen.
Take camps, medical camps in Nandi. You know, equip hospitals in Nandi by making friends, moving closer to that PS in medical services.
Grassroots empowerment.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You are playing the wrong game. You are coming out looking bad. And you are a young person.
In the name of being opinionated.
No, nobody even respects you, not even Ruto himself.
Very well then. Yeah. But the same very person, Samson Cherargei, has not shied away to dismiss what he calls non-existent fears that should someone touch Raila Odinga, the country will be reduced to ashes. And he said Raila can even go to prison and nothing. Kenya will go on very normally. He has not shied to say that many other times. Do you think, Cherargei probably could be the silver bullet to now go head on Raila Odinga? When
Cherargei and Raila Odinga in the same sentence, what's wrong with you, my friend? You can't use the two in the same sentence.
He's giving Raila...
Cherargei in mboga gani kwa sasa? When you are talking about Raila, how can you use them same sentence? That serves to show the juvenile nature of Samson Cherargei. You try to punch way above your weight.
Exaggerating his abilities?
Mambo ya Raila Odinga, wacha kina Ruto. You are not there yourself. You can't say Raila is another person like you. You can be taken, thrown in behind a police Land Cruiser.
And the country...
Sisi tulikuwa tunaita Land Rover. Now it's Land Cruiser. Pap kama gunia ya viazi. Taken to Nandi police station, not even anywhere. Hapo to Serem police station or Kapukeret police station near my place. Then, following day, you are taken to Kapsabet court. 6 years in. Nobody will know.
It won't be a Mandela moment?
Which one? Nobody will know that. After 1 week, they will have forgotten you. Everybody will have forgotten, even your villagers. Which prison can you take Raila to? Which government will attempt that? In fact, before let me tell people like Samson Cherargei. I want to educate them. Kidogo, because they are young men and I like young men and these are my children. This is how it would work out if you want to arrest Raila. For those who think it is easy, first it will be a Security Council issue.
National Security Council issue.
The president will have to consult members of the Security Council.
It's a powerful team, that one.
Yes. The president will have to work to consult the Inspector General of Police, the ministers in charge of defense and interior, the military boss. You don't just go and pick Raila and take him to say, because you can ban the country.
Like Mutunga was taken to
those are small people. Those are just ordinary people. That prison, people will break it. You have to take the risk. You have to calculate the risk. Are you ready for the risks? Yes, you can arrest Raila Odinga. You can arrest Uhuru Kenyatta. But this is a national security matter. So Cherargei is still a young boy, he doesn't know. He's a young man, he doesn't know.
But he's still...
You cannot just wake up one day. Even the president cannot order the police to arrest Raila. The police themselves will think twice. This is a national security issue. That you want to arrest Ruto when he was deputy president. People are saying he should be, corruption, take him to court. It's a national security issue. Uhuru would have to consult the National Security Council.
That's a movement, that's not an individual.
Yeah, you take Ruto, you take him to jail. How? The country will burn. You can't wake up one day and today say you are arresting Uhuru Kenyatta. Look at a few goats, a few sheep, Dob and Billy, stupid goats taken. The international media was up in arms. Government hired goons, invaded Uhuru farm, the Kenyatta farm. International media. Just miserable sheep, 2, 3, 4. Sembusa kumushika yeye. Imagine you are touching Uhuru himself. The world will think you are crazy. But the world will think you are crazy.
But Cherargei's thoughts are domiciled in the minds and the spirit of many other Kenya Kwanza leaders. Kimani, Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, all are sending the same message. Nothing can happen
That's in the same WhatsApp group. Those are Mulu Mutishias and Nasiris and the rest. They teach and whatever they were. But a serious thinking Kenyan cannot think like that. It's not conceivable. Neither is it even necessary. What will you achieve by arresting Raila? First of all, even at his own age, even if he was not popular, why would you want to arrest a man, a senior citizen like Raila? Why even? Even the inmates where you are taking him will ask you, huyu mzee umemleta afanye nini hapa? The prisoners in committee, huyu mzee alikuwa hapa akipigania inchi. Akatoka akaenda huko. He's now a senior citizen. Umemrudisha Raila hapa committee afanye. Inmates will ask you what? They won't even allow it. That's how the world works, unfortunately. Even when the International Criminal Court, ICC, indicts a serious politician, they don't just go and pounce on them and take them to the Hague. Why haven't they taken Bashir?
Very well then.
They take time. They consider many factors. Because you can cause more havoc than the benefit you in pursuit of justice.
Very well. Yeah. Before we wrap up, sir, we've seen different quarters in the political landscape believe that for one to be close to power, and then oftentimes it requires them to really defend government policy and just to be in the good pages of the sitting president. And that is what has made Kipchumba Murkomen be close to the president this far. Even then, before the split between Uhuru and DP, he was a strong defender of government policy, and that's why he has risen so far in the political ranks. Many believe Cherargei is following in that footstep. Defend government policy, be the attack so that you be close and at the heart of the sitting president, that's William Ruto. Do you think Cherargei is doing that to win the favor of the president?
You cannot compare Kipchumba Murkomen with all his weaknesses with Cherargei in terms of attack or defense. Kipchumba is more refined.
Really?
Yeah, more refined, more polished, more eloquent, more informed. So you cannot compare Murkomen with Cherargei. They are in different worlds.
Cherargei has a lot of homework.
They can comment on the same issue, but Murkomen will do it in a more refined way. He has his own weaknesses, no? his own sycophancy and the rest, but measured. Cherargei can continue doing the same thing but should learn from Murkomen how you do
You
it.
should learn.
You measured and moderated, you know, taking cognizance of the situation, the people involved, you know, the limits, the boundaries. You know, those are things which can Murkomen know.
Possible reaction and all.
Yeah, anticipated reaction, overstepping, going overboard, antagonizing. People shouldn't antagonize. People like Murkomen know that, but Cherargei just said arrest Raila. The moment you say that, people dismiss you. They know you don't know what you are talking about.
They may reduce that to verbal diarrhea.
Tungependa awe assigned by the government because he's a lawyer. Awe the person to deal with the Raila case because he can be hired by the AG as a lawyer to prosecute Raila.
That alone.
They have to take it somewhere northeastern there. Where will the case be had?
There you have it from Herman Manyora. We've been talking the political future of none other than Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei. So much homework for him to do so that he can get his cards well and really build up a strong political watches so that it will propel him to further growth in that world of governance and politics. Until next time on Siasa Brigade, I'm yours truly, Richard Mwenjo. Tune in to other conversations on the channel with Jadiel Kabiro, Evans Okinyi, and our new boy in town, Mundia Gitau.